Hello and assalamu alaikum. Today we're finally starting off our final unit of business studies AS level, that is finance. Finance is going to be breaking up into 5 chapters, that is need for finance and sources of finance, accounting fundamentals, break even and cost, and cash flow forecasting. So we're starting off with the need for finance, and as the name suggests, we're gonna look at, this is a very small chapter, so we're just gonna look at why do businesses need finance and why do different needs for finance means different sources of finance. We're also going to talk about working capital, what is its importance, why is it very important to manage it effectively, and finally we're going to end this chapter with the difference between capital expenditure and revenue expenditure. So without further ado, let's begin. In today's lecture, we're going to talk about this, that why do businesses need finance and why do different needs have different sources of finance. Like, why do different needs means they are different appropriate sources of finance. So there are two main reasons why businesses need finance. That is to start up a new venture or to expand the current business. So these are the basic two reasons how I have divided the needs for business. Of course, you will find some more things in other books perhaps, but these are the two main things that I have thought that okay, these are the two main needs. So businesses need finance for starting up a new business. This finance is also called startup capital. Well, of course, when you're starting a business, you need some finance, and of course, that's some basic knowledge that of course everyone knows. But what is the significance that this finance may be used to purchase the necessary assets such as machineries or vehicles to start production, or to purchase or rent a factory, shop, and commence trading. So this startup capital could be either used for assets, for purchasing assets, for purchasing the location, or renting the factory or shop. This is basically used for starting your trading activity. So any startup business is likely to require capital to finance its market research and also promotion to establish its brand and identity among potential customers. So this capital is not just needed for starting the business; it's also needed for starting its market research and research and development, all these things that other functions of the business. So it can prove difficult for some startup businesses to raise sufficient capital, as it is unlikely for entrepreneurs to have access to large amounts of finance, and banks and investors may be unwilling to invest into an untried enterprise. So in the next chapter, we're gonna talk about what are the difficulties that businesses face when they try to raise finance. But for now, I've given a small idea that of course not the startup businesses usually found it most difficult to have the when we are raising finance, when we are looking for different sources of finance, finance for startup capital is the most difficult. The sources of finance are the most limited over here because the entrepreneurs themselves, their own earnings, their own savings are not nearly enough to start up a business, and large amounts of finance, they don't have large amounts of finance. Banks and investors are of course not too much willing to invest into an untried business. Usually banks reject giving loans. They don't trust the business. They're not too confident in the entrepreneur's abilities perhaps, or the plan that the entrepreneur has presented to the bank that might not be suitable enough. So there are multiple reasons why banks do not give loans to new enterprises. So but there are some other sources of finance for startup capital, such as venture capital, microfinance, crowdfunding, and grants. Grants are basically provided by government when a business fulfills certain needs, like setting up your business in a rural area and providing jobs to those employees perhaps. Crowdfunding is generally setting up using online business to start up that. Crowdfunding is using online websites to start a fundraiser. Microfinance is about, there are small startups that have been opening like small banks perhaps, but like they are specifically for new entrepreneurs, so that they encourage new entrepreneurs to start their own venture. And there's venture capital, these are special investors, venture capitalists who invest particularly in risky businesses, as in that banks think that it's too much risk to invest in it, but these people do because they know that okay, it is risky, but if this business works out, it's gonna make a lot of profit, and they will have some share of that profit, or perhaps buy its shares. So we're going to talk about each of these sources of finance in detail in the next chapter, of course, but I've just given a brief idea of what these sources are and like how new businesses, these are the particular sources of finance available for new businesses. Of course, some might have access to loans, and some might have their sufficient startup capital themselves by their own savings. It may vary, it will vary, of course, depending on the business to business, but these are the common sources of finance available. Next up, we have expansion. We discussed about that, of course, we need finance for starting a capital. Similarly, we need finance for starting expansion. Many businesses have growth as an objective, and reasons for expansion are quite obvious and already discussed in Unit 1. Like we have talked about that, okay, many businesses have growth as an objective after they have gone through the survival period, or they want profit maximization, but before that they want to grow and expand their business. The benefits, and we also discussed about the benefits of increasing scale of operations by expansion, which are discussed in Unit 4. Like when we discussed that economies of scale can be availed by larger organizations, so that's why many businesses want to expand. Larger organizations can avail economies of scale, and increasing market share have its own benefits. So we've also talked about increasing the benefits of market share in Unit 3, marketing. That what are the benefits of having an increased market share? You're more known, you have greater brand image, and it has lots of benefits. So you can just refer to that particular chapter to see that. But our main focus is that why do businesses need this finance and how can they do it? There are a number of ways a business can expand, such as purchasing assets, entering new markets, opening new outlets, developing new products, carrying out extensive market research or promotion, or even raising finance to take over some other firm. Takeover is basically a different way of, a legal structure, perhaps. It's a method of external expansion. External expansion is not in our AS level course, but you can refer to that at least that for expansion, some businesses raise finance to take over some other firm. That is, they use this finance to buy the owners of that particular firm. So yeah, we've talked about that. Now I've listed all this down so you can know that why do business need finance for expansion. So finance is needed to purchase assets, for entering new markets, for opening new outlets. For all these things, finance is needed. Now the finance required for all these things is relatively large amount as opposed to startup capital, because the business can start up relatively small as a small firm as well, and slowly grow. But of course, expansion is not something too small, and you of course need a lot of finance. So some sources like microfinance and venture capital may be inappropriate. So microfinance is generally for starting up new businesses, and they don't provide that much money. They provide just enough for them to start up, perhaps. So that's not appropriate over here. And same goes for venture capital, that they won't be able to provide that much high amount of capital for expansion. But the sources of finance which a business could use to finance its expansion may include medium or long-term bank loans. Why we have included bank loans over here is that, of course, these businesses are expanding. They will have some sort of trade history. So banks may be willing to provide them with loans, or they might have assets to give to banks for secured loans to offer as collateral. So that's why bank loans is an appropriate source of finance for expansion, but particularly medium or long term bank loans, because this expansion is a relatively large amount of capital is required. Short term loans won't have that much amount of money, so we need medium or long term bank loans. Selling its non current assets, like of course if you don't have enough, if you don't need assets now, you can sell them and later on lease them, perhaps, because you might need them later. But if you don't need them right now, you can just sell them, and later on you can lease them, like rent them, so that you can have slower cash outflows. We're going to discuss about this source of finance as well, like when we talk about leasing. Issuance of shares if it's a public limited company. So if it's a public limited company, then of course they have their shares issued on stock exchange. They have their company listed on stock exchange, so they can just issue more shares and raise finance from that. But there are some limitations to that, of course, that share capital is, it dilutes the value of current existing shares, and some shareholders might just sell their shares, so there might be a possible risk of divorce between ownership and control. But we're going to discuss that in detail as well in the chapter of sources of finance. Return earnings for slow and steady growth. So retained earnings are basically the profits after all the deductions have been made, like your taxes have been paid and even you have given your dividends to your shareholders. So all that's left for the owners, that is a retained earnings, so which you can just use it for slow and steady growth, because it's not much high amount, but yeah, if you invested in it, if you use it slowly and steadily, then you can expand, you can have a slow and steady growth, which in itself has its own benefits, like you won't be able to have this economies of scale if you have a slow and steady growth. And finally, crowdfunding could also be used for expansion. Now we've talked about startup capital, we've talked about expansion, but are these the only two main needs? No, there are of course other needs as well, but these two are the main ones. Like other than those, there are some other needs for finance as well, such as to support sudden losses and decline in sales. These can happen due to various reasons, internal or external. Internal reasons may include a drop in quality of products or decrease in productivity of the business. So if some of these happen, then of course your sales will decline. Or external reasons on the other hand could include recession in the economy or changes in consumer taste and preferences. In both cases, your sales will decline, so because of which you need finance to quickly, you need finance, not just you need finance, this need for finance is quick finance, not just some normal finance like an issue your shares or not. No, that can't be done because it takes time to issue your shares. You need finance quickly to pay for your essential expenses. So appropriate sources of finance in this particular case would be overdraft, that is a large amount, it's generally for short term situations such as these, short term loans, or debt factoring. Debt factoring is basically that, your when you sell your sales of your products on credit to customers, you can just sell your trade invoices to these debt factoring companies or third companies, which give you 80% or 90% of that particular amount. So so your customers don't pay that 100% amount to you, they pay that 100% amount to these companies, and these companies in advance, when you sell it to them, they pay the 80% or 90% amount to you. And finally, it can be used for purchasing or using assets like machineries. So hire, purchase and leasing are the most appropriate sources of finance for using or purchasing assets. You might find some other sources of other needs for finance, and you can also use that, that's appropriate as well. But for now, in our course, the main focus of finance is for expansion and the startup capital. These are the main needs for finance that have been listed down in our ACE level course. So we've discussed that, and we also discussed some side other needs for finance. So that's all for today. Thanks for watching. And yeah, we have not talked too much in detail about each of these sources of finance because we are going to cover them in the next chapter 5.2 of external of the all the sources of finance available. Okay, so thanks for watching. Allah Hafiz.